Now we can go to discuss about the topic Unified Modeling Language Diagram. So in Unified Modeling Language Diagram, we're going to discuss about class diagram. So first we should know what is a class diagram. So business class diagram can discuss about the Unified Modeling Language Diagram. So in short, we say it is a UML diagram. So these diagrams are graphical representation which used to visualize, decide, construct, and document the artifacts of a system. They provide a standardized way to illustrate the design and architecture of software systems and other systems by facilitating the communications between the various sensor stakeholders, which include the developers, analysts, designers, and clients, etc. So this UML diagram can be used to cover the various aspects of system modeling. So what are the benefits of using this UML diagram? So first one is the standardization. So when we the first concept, the next is the communication, visualization, and the documentation. So that means it provides a standardized way to represent the system structures and behavior. And the next one is facilitate the better understanding and communication among the team members and the stakeholders. Then by using the visualization concept, it makes a complex system in a very easier form. Then the documentation, it serves as a documentation for software projects, aiding in maintenance and feature development. So now come to discuss about the class diagram. So a class diagram in this UML language, it is a visual representation that illustrates structure of system by showing the classes of a system, their attributes, methods, and relationship among them. It is one of the most widely used and fundamental UML diagram in software engineering applications. So this diagram it consists of three partitions. First represents the classes, then the attributes, then the methods, and the relationship among the class diagram. So first one is a class. So that is the first partition. So this class represents the blueprint for creating the object. It contains the attribute and the method. So that's the next compartment is the attribute. So attributes are the properties or the data fields of a class. So they describe the characteristics or state of the object belonging to that particular class. Then the third partition is the method, or we can say that operations. So these are the functions or operations that define the behavior of a class. So they represent what the class can do or perform. So these are the three compartments available in the class. So now we can discuss about the notation, how to represent the notation for the class diagram. So it is represented as a rectangle. It's divided into three compartments. So first one is the class name, then the attribute and the method. Then the relationship, these are used to represent the relation between the two or more classes connected to each other. So the lines, the different forms of line will represent the relationship between the classes. So one is association, inheritance, realization, dependency, aggregation, composition. You can see the differences of the line direction, the format of the line. So relationship, so in the relationship, first we can discuss about the association. So association describes how the classes are related to each other. It could be a one-to-one, one-to-many, or many-to-many relationship. So an example, the department and college is given. So that means the department is associated with the college. Then inheritance, it represents each relationship between the classes. So that means one class will inherit the properties and the behavior from the another class. Okay, so we can say it as a super class or the base class. From the super class or base class, the child class or the subclass, which derive the inherit, it derive the properties. So the bank account, so that is a super class. From the bank account, the current account, saving account, and the credit account has been inherited. So these are the subclass, and we can say it as a derivative class. Then dependency, it shows that one class depends on another class. So typically it will be represented through method parameters or return types. So that means the student name and student ID both are dependent on a particular class. The next is the aggregation. So it describes the whole part relationship between the class. So this aggregation and composition both represent the whole part relationship, but the composition is represent a strong relationship, but the aggregation is represent a weaker relationship. So that's the difference between aggregation and the composition. So the diagram, the symbols often represent the hollow blocks and the closed blocks differences. Then visibility and the multiplicity. So visibility indicates the access level of attributes and methods. So either can be represented as a public, private, or the protected. So if it is a public, we can use a plus symbol, private by hyphen, and the protected we can use a hash symbol. And multiplicity, which represents the cardinality of the relationship. That means one, zero or one to many or zero or more, or if you have any particular range, you can specify that one. That is a multiplicity. So the example, hospital and the patient. So that is many patients can be admitted in a single hospital. That's why the star symbol is given in the patient side. So some of the indicators, if you are representing only one link, that is exactly one possibility is there. Zero or more, zero more means we can represent by the star, and one or more, zero or one, then specific range, then multiple or distinct ranges. So what type of ways we are representing, we can show the differences where we have the particular ranges available. Then the UML class notation, for example, it represents this encapsulate the state and the operation. So it is a class. So first is the class name and the attribute. So it represents it has a type and the operation it has a signature. So in this example, the first part represents the class without a signature. So that means the class name, then what is the attribute and what is operations are mentioned. In the second diagram, we have given the class name and the attribute with the signature. So it is data types are mentioned, text, integer, and the methods we have given the what type of method we are going to use there. So it is mentioned in the signature. So in this form also we can represent. So now we can see about a simple example explaining all the concepts together. So for example, an ordering system. So to order means we need a particular item. So what are the basic information needs for the order? So order is a class name and it has the attributes for the date and the status. Then we have some of the operations, calculating subtotal, calculating the tax, total weight, all those things. Then in the customer side, customer is a class, the customer has the name and the address. Then ordering details, so what is the quantity, so what is the status of particular order details. So these are the attributes and the subtotal, tax, weight or the operations available for order details class. Then the item. So shipping weight, what is the description, what is the price, so all these things belongs to the item. Then for the payment. So when it comes for the payment, different types of payment methods are available. So we have given that as a generalization. So from the order to the order detail, we are using the aggregation principles. And the customer and the order, both are associated with each other. So we are using the association. Then multiplicity. So the multiplicity from the customer side, a single customer can order multiple items. So we are giving one and the star symbol there. So what is the attribute, what are the operations, so all together we have discussed in the single diagram. The same way, we can represent another one more example. So what is the dependency we have given here, how it is using the abstract classes, and whether if you want to give any description of a particular class means we can use a simple note. So there we can give what the particular class hold there. So what are the description of the particular class notations will be explained there, so it can be more understandable form. So now how to represent a class in a class diagram. So how you have to represent it? First we should see the class and the class name. So that's basic thing. Then the attributes. In the class name we can do the visibility. So whether it is a public one, private or protected. So some classes we can give it as a public. Some classes we can go only for protected or private. So which type of visibility the particular class consists of. So you can give the visibility and the attribute. In the attribute also we can do the visibility, then the operations also we can use the visibility. So what type of thing we have to mention there. So the plus means it represents the public and the hyphen for the private and the hash symbol for the protected. Now for the example here, consider a class car with attributes make, model and year, and the methods are drive and stop. So the class name is car, and the make, model, and year. These three are the attributes of the particular class car. So make it's a data type string, model is string, and the year is an integer one. And the drive and stop are the two methods we use to describe the class car. So in different programming form, we can represent. So if the program is given here, we can draw the diagram according to that one. So this is example for hospital management system. So for a doctor class, what are the attributes, what are the methods can be used? For if it's a patient class, what can be the attributes, what can be methods we can use? For appointment class, the attributes and methods. Then finally we can integrate all the classes together. Then this is an example for a banking system. So bank, bank means we have the customers, then the ATM will be there. So account, different types of accounts will be there. So all the classes are used separately. Finally, we have given the connection. So from where to where, what type of relationship the particular class to class it consists of. So in the form we have given the connectivities there. The same another one more example given for the ATM machine also. So ATM also we need the bank, we need the ATM, we need the customer, account, what type of account, all those things. So here all the visibilities and the multiplicities have been used here to represent the more effective form here. So now we can move to the star UML diagram. How to draw this example. Okay. Now I'm sharing the star UML. So this is the page of the star UML software. So now on the left side we can see the diagram. So the tools available to draw the class diagram. So first here you can see the class. So I just click here and drop here. So you can see the class name. So first compartment is the class name, second is the attribute, third is operation. So here the right side also we can see the tools, what are the particular needs we need, we can place it there. So first class I am using it as the name of library. So my class name is library. I will say click this is the button for creating attribute. So I am clicking here to see mention the attribute name, username, and password. These are the two attributes. So I have mentioned. Now again I need the operation. So here I am clicking here, login. Then here I can see the plus. So if you want to increase more methods, we can use here. So login and logout are the two methods I have used. Then I need the second class. So I am placing the second class here. So library we have the books. So now I am adding the attributes. So books we have the title of the book, and then next is the author name, and the next is the publisher. Then now I need the operation. So book is the operation. Then if I want to see the price of the particular book, I can see the price. The next one, the librarian. This is the main important class. So librarian. Then the attribute. So name of the librarian, ID of the librarian, then password of the librarian, password, then the particular types of operations available. Next, I'm adding the operations. So search. So these are all the options given for the librarian. So add books, search books, then delete books, then issue books, then can able to send email. So these are some of the operations available. Then the main thing is user. So user has to do the transaction. So user has the name, user has the ID, and click here. Then the operations. The user is going to view books, view books, then search books. So these are some of the operations I have listed here. Now we can do the connections there. So from where to where we need to do the connection. So from the user. So I'm doing the association from user to library. So now you can have to draw in this way. Okay, I have to place here. So in between also we have the description. So if you want to place any name, you can mention the name. Suppose user want to what log in to the library, we can do login. So in a similar way, any of the symbols can be drawn here. Suppose if you want to show the directions also, you can show the directions, and any descriptions means you can mention the description. In a similar way, we can view the aggregation. So you have to draw in from inside this one, and you have to click here. Then only the diagrams will draw here. So suppose if you want to keep it in the aligned format, in the right side you have the option. So if you click in the straight line, it will come as a straight line. So different line styles available. You want to change the font, size, font name, color, format, all the alignment, every options are available here. So which type of method you are asking here to explain, all the types can be explained here. So it is a way to use the Star UML software. So any of the classes can be played, and what type of connections you want to do, you can do. So where you have to give the multiplicity, you have to give the infinity. Just if you click the double arrow here, we can place it. Suppose if it is a public, you can give it with a public. So in this way, we can do all the symbols here. Okay.